Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. Today in this video, I'm just going to give you guys an update as to what's going on. So, if you guys saw in the previous video, I installed the cold air intake on the car. So it was this pipe right here, this box, the filter, the ram air intake, and I did that black. Now, I'm going to be doing a little bit more blacking out the car. So, all this chrome is going to be blacked out. This is going to be blacked out. This. The mini badge, I think I'm going to get rid of. Now this piece that I dipped / sprayed this stuff onto, I didn't quite explain what it was. Now if you guys saw on Instagram, you guys saw that I painted up this area black, and that's just so that when I install the intake on the car, you're not gonna see the pepper white underneath. So when you come down here, it's all black. Now, the game plan with this little, let's call it plastic dip. The plastic dip that I put on the air intake, I think I might take off, but it's really cool what it is. So I used plastic dip as a base, and I used a special coating, which is essentially, it's not paint, but it's still peelable, and it acts like plastic dip. Now I'm gonna get into that later in a future DIY, and you guys are gonna see exactly what we're talking about. It's probably gonna be coming out within a month, maybe, probably within a month. What else? Wheels are gone. Now I have wheels and tires planned. They're not quite on the way yet, but I have to figure something out for the winter time before I get my nice wheels and tires. So I'm probably gonna be getting RPF 1s, and I'm gonna be getting Toyo R888s. Now I'll talk to you guys more about that later. Now when I started up the car, I noticed something. So, there's the car. The camera's not really picking it up that well. There is a little puddle right there, and it keeps dripping. Now I found out what that is. There's a coolant leak. So I'm gonna be upgrading all the coolant lines, the turbo lines while I'm at it. I'm gonna be upgrading the piping to all that stuff, and I've got more stuff coming. Now, if you guys knew what I know right now, like the amount of stuff that I have planned for this car and the amount of upgrades that I've looked into it and have planned to purchase and modify the car, you guys are gonna be so excited with this build. This thing is gonna be nothing short of awesome. Yeah. So I mean, this car is gonna be completely different by the time I'm done with it. So it's still up on jack stands right now, but I've gotta figure out everything else. Interior though, I wanna change up. So the OEM seats, they're heavy, they're big, they work and they're nice, but they're not gonna be perfect for my race car. I want these seats to be super light, so I've looked into some Momos, Sparkos, and some other seats. I'm gonna be upgrading both the driver and the passenger ones. I'm gonna be removing most of the interior. Now, I decided I'm probably gonna keep the dash, only because this car is gonna be my daily-ish driver. So I can take this thing on the road in the summertime without an issue, but I'm also gonna be able to take this thing to the track. So it's gonna have to be street legal, and it's gonna have to kind of be comfortable. But not too comfortable. That's what the Accord is for. But, you know, yeah, that's for that. Yeah, here's the Mini. She runs. I gotta figure out exhaust too. Don't worry, my little Donald Trump. Now check this out. When this thing was dry, this literally looked like Donald Trump's hair. It's a Car Pro wash mitt. I used it probably twice so far, and holy crap, is it awesome. I love that thing. But I mean, I've got a lot of stuff planned for the Mini. Now, I don't even know where to begin with this thing. Like, if I could show you guys the list of mods that I have in my shopping cart on my computer, you guys are gonna be blown away. This thing is gonna be freaking ridiculous. Now, what else? So after I do suspension, wheels, tires, handling, all that stuff, I also wanna put aero to it. So I wanna make this thing functional. So when I go to the track and I get up to high speeds, the splitter that I'm eventually gonna have, the diffuser, the spoiler, all that stuff is gonna be making the car stick to the ground. So this car is gonna be a race car. I'm super excited. But now I have stuff for the Accord 2 coming up. I wanna play around with the headlights. So the headlights, the low beams, the fog lights, all that stuff, I wanna upgrade from the halogen to HIDs or LEDs or something like that. I wanna do a definite upgrade because the regular halogen lights, you know, they work, but they're not as awesome looking as I'd like. So right now, I've got LEDs just here in the turn signal and in my DRL, but I want to upgrade that because that isn't the brightest, and I've got halogens right here in my low beams and also in my fog lights. So that's all going to be changing over. I have the aftermarket RBC intake for the car, I have that. I want to throw that in, but I need an adapter kit to get it all to work. So I'm still waiting on that to come in from eBay. But yeah, both cars are doing good. I haven't stopped working on these cars, but there's a couple things that I need to finish up beforehand. So I still have school going on. I have this truck that my dad purchased not too long ago. So it's a 2008 Ford F-250, and it needs a little bit of work. He picked this thing up for, I'm not gonna lie, a pretty damn good price. And he didn't know what it needed. All that he knows is he got it for cheap, and I took a look at it. Other than the cosmetic stuff, like the wheels and stuff like that, it needs brakes front and back. So the car's got 50,000 kilometers on it, and it's been sitting for a little bit, so it's got a little bit of rust. So I figured upgrading the brakes in the back and front is gonna definitely do the car some good. And I'm probably also gonna be planning on painting the wheels and tires. Well, actually no, not the tires, just the wheels. So fix that up. And then this Mustang. This Mustang needs to go too. This Mustang's got new brakes on it. Calipers, rotors, pads, front and back. They look very nice if you ask me. This is my dad's employee's car. And he knows that I work on cars all the time. I like this stuff. I live it and breathe it. So I told him, hey, I'll take a look at it. I'll see what the car needs, because he picked it up not too long ago and it needs a little bit of work. But yeah, I've got a little bit of stuff on the way. Little brother's car is doing good. You guys saw we did the steering wheel install not too long ago. And we have potentially some other stuff.
Some stuff.
We got a pretty decent sized box from ECS today.
Two.
Two boxes from ECS loaded with car stuff. So.
Yep, and then some other stuff from ECS that we bought a while ago. So.
What? I can edit it out.
Short shifter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm gonna keep that in there. But in order to do the short shifter, you guys are gonna like this part. We need to do more mods to the car in order to do that mod.
Yeah.
And Luca, you're not gonna like it. No, you're not gonna hate it.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
So Volkswagens really suck, especially in Canada, because everything rusts underneath. So I can't get the exhaust off, which is how you install the short shifter linkages.
At least on this car.
Yeah. So I gotta cut it and then, yeah.
If you guys want, I'll show you guys how to do a short shifter install on this thing, and maybe even the other two cars in there. Because surprisingly, both of those still have the stock shifters and all that stuff. All the linkages is all the same length. But yeah. Race car dough.
Oh yeah. Oh, what is this?
That fitment. So we lower the car again.
We'll lower it some more.
Yo, that's mint. Okay, see, this, guys, is the kind of fitment that I want. I don't like no stupid camber. I don't want you to tuck 11-inch wheels in a 225 tire. I want a proper meaty fitment, and that's what this thing has. If you ask me, the thing looks a lot better than how it used to. Now, if you guys remember from the first part of the series for this car, this thing didn't look anything like what it looks like now. This car has really been transformed. From handling to, you know, yeah, everything. Like, this does not look like a stock Volkswagen by any means. And that lip. I think the car looks nicer than anything else on the car.
What?
Does that make sense? No. The car
looks nicer than performs.
The best part about the car is how it looks.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Car looks good. And whenever we get some time, probably before winter, we're probably going to dip the front, if the camera will focus.
You're welcome.
All you stupid people commenting, oh, when are you going to dip the front bumper? So we kind of noticed that it started to do this. Can you see how it's like kind of discolored there? We tried to do something about the fitment, but that's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Just a bumper.
Just a bumper. The fans just on the Mini just turned on, so this is where I'm going to be saying bye. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, throw it down in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to help. Again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.